Hey guys, welcome to Dragon's Cave. Got this little mold. It's kind of like a lotus flower. I'm hoping you can see the detail on there. And it has this little lid. I'm assuming it goes that way up and might go that way. Nope, I think it's that way. So what I thought I would do, now this is too stiff to turn inside out, but this one I can flip. So what I want to do is kind of paint the detail, because there's like 3 levels here, and I've got these this is magic purple, it says. This is kind of like a baby pink, and this is a light purple. So I want to paint the detail in here using these. I'll just double check this because I'm pretty sure I haven't actually opened some of these. Nope, here we go. There's my sharp pointy thing. Here we go. Get this opened up. I'm going to fold that back for now. I'll take it off properly later. So I'm pretty sure I've opened this one, yeah. And then the light purple, I'm not sure about it. Oh, yeah, I have opened it. Okay, so I'm going to start at the top here with this light purple, or magic purple, sorry. Hope you can see colours on here. I will probably fast forward through most of this or cut it out entirely, because you don't really need to see every moment of painting this on. Do the first part. Okay, so hopefully you can see that. I'm just going to go around and do the other parts of the same area. Oh, I hope you know what I'm talking about, because I haven't got a clue. Yeah, so the top layer in this colour. Hopefully there'll be enough colour contrast between this one and the next one, so that you can see the difference when it's demolded. So I'm going to actually turn the camera off. I'll come back to you when this part's finished, show you the start of the next part, and so on and so forth. So I'll see you in a minute. Bye. Hey guys, finally finished the first part. I don't know how well you can see that, but it should be okay on your screens. I've also done the inner part of the leaves in lid. Now I was going to go with pink, but I don't think there'd be enough contrast between that and this. So the next layer, I'm actually going to use the light purple. So hopefully you'll get a better colour shift between the two. So this I'm going to take right down to here. Doesn't look like a lot of contrast between this as well. I'm hoping when I get the back coat on that it will show up far better. I can see the difference better in person than I can on the screen. So I'm hoping that, as I said, when it's all finished, it will be a decent amount of difference. Sure, it'll be pretty either way, but I would like to be able to see a change. So similarly with the last part, I'm just going to do a couple of bits here. I really don't think you need to see me painting this onto the mould. Seen one, you've seen them all. Kinda. Make sure I'm in shot here. Make sure this is all covered up here. If I go over the part that's already powdered, it doesn't really matter because you'll normally only see the first colour that went down anyway. So I'm just going to do one more, and I'll again turn the camera off. Oops, some spillage there I'm going to have to clean up. Make the edges nice and neat. Okay. So I will go around, finish off the others. Actually, that does show up reasonably well on screen. Well, that's through my phone lens anyway. Yeah, I'll go around, finish these parts off, and I will come back and show you the next part. See you in a little. Bye. Okay, that part's all done at last. So in the interest of time, my time and yours, I'm just going to use a larger brush to cover everything else with this baby pink. Again, I'm not seeing a lot of contrast between the colours, and I'm also going to cover the inside. Yeah, I'm not seeing a lot of contrast in the colours, but I'm hoping that when the backing coat is on, that will change. I'm not worried about the pink going over the rest because, as I said earlier, the first colour that you put on the mould should be the only thing that you see, unless you're putting a particularly dark colour on behind, of course. I'll make sure everything is covered. It's so much faster with a big brush when you don't have to worry about getting it on parts of the detail that you don't want it to be on. It's almost finished now. Just a little more here. Make sure it's all done. I am going to go over the bottom as well, just so it looks nice when you open it up as well. Trying to angle it so that you can see the coverage. I think that is completely covered. It's going to take some bit off, but yeah, fingers. Okay, yeah, so I did the other parts of the petals with the purple on this as well off camera. Now I'm just going to go around the edge here with the baby pink. Again, this should be quite quick, hopefully. I do want to try and work it into those little details there. Would be a shame if it wasn't all covered and then spoiled the finished look after all this work. I know it didn't take long for you to watch it, but it did take quite a while for me to actually do it. Okay, that looks to be all worked in now. I'm just going to go around the bowls a little more just to make sure they're filled in. Then I will go off and mix up my resin, and I will be back with you shortly. Bye. Hi guys, ready for the next part? I eventually managed to turn this back the right way around. I hope I haven't dislodged too much of the powder. So because I'm using the Resin Pro Eye crystal, which is not intended for depths like this, I'm going to be using some filler. But before I do that, I want to colour the resin. I'm going to use this white mica powder that I got from Amazon. And I do need to order some more of that. Oh, hang on. Nearly did it again. Just bear with me 1 second. So I'm going to pop this into a cap. And I'm going to add some of this pearl red mica powder. Now it looks white, but it does give off a red sheen. So it'd be a nice colour to put in with this. I don't want to put too much in, but that should do it. And I'm going to mix this all together with some isopropyl alcohol. Make sure I get all the lumps out before I mix it in with the with the resin. So this cup is really weird shape. So I'm just going to try and stir this all together. The red sheen doesn't seem to be showing up at all yet, but hopefully it will do when it's in the resin. The main reason for mixing it like this is that you don't end up with lumps of dry powder in your resin, but also it's the alcohol mixed with the powder does help to disperse any micro bubbles that might be left in your resin. I'll just pour that in. It's kind of a waste actually, all that left in there. Should have used a smaller cup really, but because I wasn't ready, I didn't quite do that right, did I? Okay, I'll clean that out later. So just get this mixed up. See, that mixes in really quickly once you've mixed the powder with the alcohol prior to popping it into the resin. So I don't see any bubbles or any lumps of powder in there. I'm going to be introducing bubbles though, because I'm going to use this. It's a decorative sand intended for use in vases. Just something I get from a local shop. If I can get the lid off. I know on screen it kind of looks creamy white, but it is actually a very pale pink. So start mixing this in. I like to mix it, put the sand into the resin. I just find it mixes better for me. And again, with the alcohol mixed in with the powder, that should help get rid of some of the bubbles from mixing the sand through. hopefully. I'm hoping that the microphone isn't picking up all these scrunchy noises. Must be getting there. There we go. Okay. That's nice and thick and gloopy. There aren't too many bubbles. There are a few, but hopefully I'll give that a minute. Sit. Let any bubble rise up from that. Let's get this out of the way. Where's my spray? So, this is just isopropyl alcohol that I've decanted. Excuse me, words are hard. So I'm just going to spray a little into the mould because of the detail in here. The sand will unfortunately help trap bubbles. Don't want to put too much in there because I don't want to wash the mica powder off. So I'm going to start with the lid. No, I'm going to start with the actual base. I want to do it this way because I don't want to get too much of the resin without sand in there. So I'm going to start with that. And here we go. I knew I'd do that eventually. Just wipe that off. Yes, I know I'm not wearing my gloves as I should be, but it's just so hot and sweaty here. I can't actually get the gloves on. Because they are a tight fit. And no matter how much I dry my hands, I still can't get them on properly. I did have quite a fight off screen. So I'm just trying to be extra careful not to get any resin on my skin. I'm sure I've said before that I'm lucky in that I've never had a reaction. But the more you expose yourself to these chemicals, the more you are likely to have some kind of reaction in the future. That off there before I touch it. Okay. I'm gonna tap that so that it works its way down. It's not a lot. This mould, I think, this is the first time I've used it, but I don't think this mould takes an awful lot of resin. I'm just going to let that settle while I start putting some into the lid. So this part, I'm going to give it a little bit of a squeeze if I can, just to make sure there are no bubbles trapped in the tip. Don't seem to be any bubbles right. Oops. Me and my big mouth. There comes a big bubble. Okay, so carry on tapping this, working it round. Pop in a little more. Let that find its way down while I put a little more into the lid. The sand is actually separating from the resin. The sand is sinking to the bottom of the cup, which is only to be expected, but you need to kind of stir it up a little. Okay, so I'm sure you must be getting bored by now, so I'm going to finish filling this up. And I will get back to you when it's time for the demold. Hey guys, welcome back. I am going now to attempt to demold this. Yeah, I mean it turned inside out pretty easily when I was painting it, but obviously not quite so easy when it's full of resin. I'm going to loosen it and see if I can do this without alcohol. Okay, it's come out really pretty. The colour shift isn't as obvious as I would have liked. You can see that the middle piece here is different colour, but top and bottom just look the same to me. It's still nice. I still really like it. Let's see how well, and actually it appears to be completely bubble free, which is a bit of a novelty when I use filler. Just going to get this off. Loosen the edges. I'm trying to keep this in shot as well. I'm doing a very good job of that, am I? Okay, and again, you can see the purpley colour down the middle and round the edges, but not quite as obvious as I would have liked. And again, bubble free, even the little balls around the edges. I seem to be completely missing one here for some reason. It's because it's actually missing in the mould. Oh, weird. Okay, so I mean, it obviously goes that way up, but it's not exactly fitted, is it? It's very odd indeed. It's okay. It's still pretty. It's just, I mean, both parts came in the same packet, so I kind of assumed that the lid would fit on the base, but it doesn't. Nonetheless, it's still really pretty. I really like it. This was just something I did with the leftovers. Let me just move this a little. Sorry about that. I just used the leftover resin that had filler in it. Quite a nice stretchy mold, so it's fairly easy to demold. Although it feels a little soft compared to the other. Now, this has got some bubbles in. Oh, yeah, quite a big one there. Let me just try and peel this off. And actually, those aren't bubbles, it's part of the design. That's okay. And so 4 of the petals or leaves or whatever they have this mark in them, and 1 doesn't. Okay, yeah, it's a pretty little dish. I'm happy with how everything came out. Hope you liked that. Liked, sorry. My tongue doesn't seem to want to work today. Maybe I should get my teeth adjusted. Yeah, so all in all, I'm very pleased with this. I will get some photos for you and see you for the next one. Bye.